Hello students, today we are going to start useful microorganisms. That means how microorganisms are useful to us and
Microorganisms are useful in various ways, like in food and beverage industry, in making medicines and vaccines, in agriculture, in cleaning the environment. Now students will discuss all this one by one. First, take the example of in food and beverage industries. In food and beverage industries, the bacteria help us in making certain foods like making curds and cheese. And actually, curd contains a bacterium called lactobacillus, which, when a little curd, which is also known as starter, is added to milk, it multiplies and convert the milk into curd. And students, the cheese, the production of cheese also starts by curdling. Curdling means jamana. The curdling of milk using lactobacillus bacteria. And different bacteria are then added depending on the type of cheese being made. Next is it also helps in making bread. The yeast plays an important role in preparation of food, and the yeast uses sugar for food, and in the process of breaking down of sugar, alcohol is formed and carbon dioxide is given off. This process is known as fermentation. Fermentation also we can define as the process of conversion of sugar into alcohol by the help of yeast is known as fermentation. And the bubbles of carbon dioxide gives off cause the dough to rise, and this dough can be used to make bread. And when this dough is baked, more bubbles of gases are formed, and due to the heat, as the gas escapes, the bread rises and becomes soft and fluffy. The heat during the baking process also evaporates the alcohol. Now it also helps in making idli, dosa and dhokla. Dhokla is the favorite dish of Gujarat. So idli and dosa are prepared from the mixture of dal and rice, which has been ground to a fine paste, that is crust to a fine paste. The mixture is allowed to stand for a few hours. A fermentation occurs naturally, and due to the bacteria present in the mixture rises and becomes sour. And it also help in manufacture of alcohol and then alcoholic drinks. So the process of fermentation of sugar by yeast is used in the manufacture of alcohol and alcoholic drinks such as beer and wine. And it is also used in other food materials, food industries, like some seaweeds are used as food in China and Japan, and some substances obtained from algae are used to thicken foods such as ice cream and jellies. Now, we'll discuss in making medicine and vaccines. Also, these microorganisms are helpful. So, bacteria and fungi are used to make medicines called antibiotics. These medicines kill or stop the growth of disease causing microorganisms and hence are used to cure diseases. And penicillin comes from the species of mold called penicillium, and streptomycin, tetracycline and erythromycin are some other common antibiotics made from bacteria or fungi. Now, uh, see, microorganisms are used to make vaccine also, which protect human and other animals from several diseases. And vaccine consists of dead or weakened microbes. When these are swallowed or injected in the body of the patient, the body produces antibodies to fight them. The antibodies remains in the body and protect it from any future attack of these diseases. and the body is then said to have developed immunity against that disease. And students, now we'll discuss in agriculture also. These are very helpful. How? So some bacteria live in the root nodules of plants such as gram, peas, beans, which we have discussed in nitrogen cycle also. The bacteria absorb the nitrogen of the atmosphere and convert it into nitrate, which serve as natural fertilizer for plants. Now we'll discuss in cleaning the environment, students. The microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi and protozoa help by decomposing the tissues of dead organisms to get their food. And without bacteria, piles of dead organisms would cover the earth. Wherever you would have seen, it would be filled with the dead bodies. So students, these are very helpful for cleaning the environment. And when microorganisms decompose organic matter, they break down the plant and animal tissues into simple substances which are restored in the soil, and thus the nutrients that were taken from the soil by plants and animals are restored and are used again by living organisms. Now, some bacteria decompose sewage and other waste in water. This is nature's method of keeping the environment free from pollution. And since algae can photosynthesize, they give off oxygen. In this way also they are useful. And also some other uses of environment microorganisms are also there, like certain bacteria and protozoa normally live in digestive system of the animals such as cow, goats and sheep, and they help the animals digest grass and plants by breaking down cellulose, which the animals themselves cannot do. And bacteria are useful in tobacco, leather and jute industries also. And you might have heard tanning. Tanning means to make animal skin into leather by treating it with chemicals. And tanning is done with the help of the bacteria. And in the jute industry, the plants are submerged in water where bacterial action separates the fiber from the rest of the tissues. And the in villages also, animal wastage, leafy wastage from crops etc. is decomposed by bacteria in the absence of oxygen to produce methane, which is used as fuel. It is one of the chief constituent of biogas. So thus, students, we have discussed today the useful microorganisms, and in our next video we will discuss harmful microorganisms. Thank you for watching.